hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. Am I? So. Let's talk about quid, aka weed. Um, so here's the thing with weed. It's like, I know a lot, like, I know a lot of people who smoke weed, like, a lot of people who smoke weed. And me, like, I used to be a big time weed smoker too because, like, environment means everything. And I started, like, if I'm being honest, I started, like, grade 7 because, like I said, the environment was environmenting. So that's when I first got into weed. And from there, of course, it was like a little bit addicted. And everybody had their little stilt. Yeah. Everyone had their little stilt. Yeah, change your pause. Of course, everyone had a stilt. So me, like, I always had like weed there. And at first, it was like a fun thing, like a try to fit in thing, like, oh, everybody's smoking. I want to smoke. But then, like, later on, I was, of course, still doing it. But then, like, I started, like, it wasn't more of a fun thing. It was like, dealing like a coping thing. It wasn't even, I don't even know if I could say it was a coping thing either. It was more of like I was dealing with something that was hard for me, and then, well, I always had weed there, and then weed also, I would say, helped me, well, deal with what I was dealing with. But that's not true because weed, I feel like for me, it just like extended the healing process of what I was going through, and I did not like that. So me, like, I've been smoking for a while. Even smoking for that time, you would think like I liked it. Before, again, it was a fun thing, so everyone was doing it, and I was always around people, so I was like, fuck yeah, guys, like, let's smoke some weed. But then, like, I only, like, maybe fully stopped in, like, grade 11 because I was like, oh, it's time to lock in. Like, this is my last year of school. I was like, let me just finish school so, like, I can go on and do what I want to do. So that's when I stopped. And then I stopped for like a hot minute, but then I started doing it again by myself. And I was like, oh, damn. But then I realized, like, I can't keep doing this to myself because the thing is, like, I already don't want to go to school. So, like, my dream in life, it really, like, depends on myself. Like, it's me who has to make things happen. And one thing about me when I smoke, I don't know. For me, it's like when I'm high, I never needed a op when I'm high. I am my biggest op when I am high. Like, I am my biggest op. Like, you guys don't understand. When I smoke, I hate myself so, like, I do not like no part of myself. Like, I'll take a smoking video while I'm smoking, and then I'll look at the video while I'm high and I'll be like, ew, like, I'll look at this about him, this about him, this about him, this about him, this about him. I am my biggest awe. And one thing I don't like about being high either is I'm shy. It makes me shy. And one thing I think, no, not even I think, one thing I realize is that I feel like when I'm high, it's like like that version of myself reminds me a lot of my past self. That timid boy, that hating myself boy, like that reminds me, that quiet boy. That's what being high reminds me of. And then when I'm sober now, it's like I could be more outgoing, I could talk more, I could do this, but like when I'm high, I'm just paranoid, I'm quiet, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. And then I look around at people, like when I was smoking with like all my friends together, I'm just like thinking to myself, because I'm just there quiet. I'm just thinking, I'm like, am I the only motherfucker in this room who just hate myself right now? Like that, like I'm just like that. I can't be the only one. I can't be, because me, like, weed makes me like, one thing I realized is like, weed makes me, it's like, for me, it's like a chill drug. Like, it makes me want to chill, just like sit down, watch a movie. But then the thing is, while I'm sitting in my head, I'm eating myself alive. So I'm trying to watch a movie. But then there's like this habit going on inside my brain. And it's like two things playing at once. And it's like, I can't focus on both. But the thing is, I'm trying to, but then I forget the TV is playing. And at some point, I'll be watching and then I start to forget that I was just thinking to myself. And I was like, oh, was I thinking about this the whole time? And it's like, it's like a replay. I'll admit, it is Ramadan yesterday. Yesterday I messed up and I did end up smoking. I'll admit that the past 2 days I did end up smoking after I broke my fast. And the thing is, I don't blame anybody for it other than myself because I can't even say the environment because at the end of the day, it's my responsibility because it's me who should have said no. But the thing is, I was hooked on weed and it's like comes off as I'm still kind of hooked on it. And it's like, it's still hard for me to say no. I'll admit. That's why I started vaping. because vaping allowed me to have that smoking sensation without getting high. And that's why when I had my vape, I was more prone to stay away from weed. And I'm not saying supplement one bad thing for another, but for me, it was just like I knew I needed to focus on doing what I had to do. So a vape just allowed me to like chill out with the smoking of the weed, chill out with smoking of weed, but still like be able to have that smoking effect. But I don't know how weed is for other people because it just like weed just kills me. Like it does not make me feel real. Like yesterday I was dissociating so bad. There was times of yesterday where I was cleaning up and out of nowhere I just like snap and I'm like, am I real? Like is this real? What everything around me happening right now is real? Like this is all real? I was like, what? Like, what the hell is this? This is, I don't like this. Like, I don't like this feeling of not being real. It feels like an ego death type of thing. And even, I spoke with my dad. I know, guys, it's shocking, but yes, I do have a dad. I do. But I spoke with him one day and I told him, I was like, oh, like, I don't like smoking weed because, like, it just, I don't like myself. It kills my motivation. Like, I don't believe in myself when I'm smoking weed. And he said, yeah, it's true. Like, it's different for some people. And of course, it's not for everybody. And again, even with me with smoking, for how long I was smoking for, you would have swore that was something that I liked. But one thing I did take from smoking weed that I realized was the talking out loud thing. Because that's what I did a lot. Because I was smoking a lot. So I was high like every day from morning to night sometimes. If I had work, then maybe just nighttime. But I got used to doing this thing where I would like, basically with the feeling like I'm not like alive type thing, like feeling like away from my body type thing. When I was high, I would do this thing where I would sit there and I would talk out loud and I would just talk and I would just like silence out the whole world. So there's still people in my house, but like I'm talking out loud to the point where it feels like it's just me here. And sometimes I'd catch myself laughing. I'd be like, hold up, like there's actually people here. Like chill out, I was getting schizophrenic. But I don't think I'm schiz though, because I don't hear stuff or nothing. But I did used to talk to myself, and I still talk to myself to this day. Because this is something that, again, I took from being high. So I guess like there was one good thing that came out of it. But for the actual overall high, I'm like, no. Because again, like my dreams are big. Like you see all this talking I do when I'm high, I could not do all this talking. Even with people who I was close to, I was still like quiet and like drawn out and just like iffy and just paranoid. Like, what if I say this and it means this? What do I like? That's how I was when I was high and when I am high, and I don't like that shit at all. That's why I'm just choosing like I have to do my best to stay sober. There's a few days left of Ramadan, and still, when the month ends, like weed isn't something I want to jump back into. Like I even had to stop hanging out with certain people because they smoke, and I just didn't even want to just be in that environment. You know, it's not even about the people. It's just like the environment wasn't the environment I wanted to be in, especially during Ramadan and while I'm trying to stop smoking. And still to this day, I'm kind of struggling. But guys, like I'm working on it. Like it just takes time, you know, when you're used to something and doing something for a long time, you know, you're still like prone to say yes when this appears in front of you. So for me, it's like, I know it's going to take me a while, but the thing is, I'm working on it. And I just keep telling myself, like, with what I want to do in life, like, weed is not beneficial for me. Like, yeah, maybe later on in life, if I was in a place where I was content and actually satisfied with like the state I'm in my life, I would be more prone to do it. But still, no. Just because even when I am comfortable, I still don't want to like go back to it because it's just I just don't like it. Like it's like I just don't like not liking myself. Like the thing is, I want to make every day count. And these past 2 days when I smoked, I haven't even made YouTube videos because that's how it is. When I'm high, I don't want to do shit. I don't want to do shit. When I'm doing something, it feels like a force. When I'm doing something now, it feels like something I want for myself. And that's why I prefer doing this in a sober mindset. Yeah, I'll go have a little, I'll go to the club, have a little club event, go have my little drinky drink or whatever, come home and be satisfied. But for my high, it's like, I'm not high and having fun. I could be drunk and having fun. Even that's bad still, I know. I'm just making like an example. When I'm high, nothing's fun. Nothing's like, I don't know. I just see other people while they're high and I'm like, what? Like, where does this energy come from? Where does this drive come from? Like, I'm just like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Am I inhaling too much? Like, I don't know what it is, but weed is like not for me. And that's what people need to understand. Like, some things are not for you. And even we could say the same about people, you know? Even though we stick around people for a certain amount of time and we swear there's something they're benefiting us or we're just used to it, at some point you have to let it go. You have to let it go. If there's something you want to do and you're feeling like there's a blockage, just let that shit go. And that's why I had to stop smoking weed because like I could see that the way it's holding me back. My first video on this channel was a video of me like doing a challenge where it was like a Q&A, and every time I answer a question, I take a hit of that my my thing. You guys don't understand. After I recorded that video, I had to wait like a whole day or two after before I edited it because while I'm high, that's like an example of me not wanting to do nothing at all. And you see, that's what I don't like because when I'm sober right now, I want to do everything. When I finish this video, I'm probably going to clean this whole house from up to down, and I'll do it every single day because I love cleaning. That's the thing. When I'm high, cleaning feels like a chore. When I'm sober and I'm cleaning, it feels like something I want to do. I was just cleaning my room in the process before. I still have to just clean some laundry, and that's it. I just wanted to make this video so I have a video out for the day. And then, who knows, maybe later on I'm going to go watch some anime. And that kind of rhyme. Poetry. Did I mention I was a poet? Yeah, I'm just joking, but I want to get more into my poetry too. But again, being high just makes me give up on everything. That's why I'm like, no. No more. No more. And that's my message for today. That's my experience with weed. I want to know, like, y'all are some brave soldiers. Kudos to you guys who could just smoke, 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 and just love yourself. But me, mm-mm. But that's all I have to say for today. I hope you like my little sharing my experience or whatever. But yeah, it's time to tidy up my jail cell a little bit more. So yeah, that's my message for today. And fuck weed, fuck weed. Okay, that was kind of quirky. Okay, bye guys. Bro, this button. Wait, watch. Finish.